We're online now to Marc Cavalho.
Hey, Steve, how are you?
Fantastic, Mark. Tell us what's going on and what you were thinking about it.
What a game. Like, could you not have scripted a better performance than that? Just come out, get the early goal, put El Salvador on their back seat, on the back foot, and then go get that other quick goal. And, you know, it's just so perfect that the first goal was by Tiba Hutchinson, and then by Jonathan David, and then finally Tejon Buchanan. It's just like our past meeting our present and our future, you know? Like, back to you.
Absolutely, mate. I mean, Atiba Hutchinson, 38 years old, game of his life, I'd put it, game of his international career, no doubt about it. Absolutely huge. I can hear the crowd in the background, so I know you're right in the middle of things. But, 3-0 up, 2-0 up in no time at all. It was incredible. And at half-time, I found myself feeling that, I think we're going to win this game. I've never been in this position before where at half-time, I think we've got 3 points that we desperately need. But on the back of a massive night, the crowd was amazing. I mean, both sets, El Salvador fans and Canadian fans, it was absolutely amazing.
Oh, for sure. And I'll say that there's probably more El Salvador fans in the building tonight than there were Honduran fans on Thursday. But, like, you could not know that by the noise because the Canadian fans were just so loud. Admittedly, Canada didn't give the El Salvador fans much to cheer about tonight. They were down so early, but it was just Canadian fans just yelling and screaming and stomping and clapping. And you got to give a lot of credit to the Voyageurs, who, if you don't know, I'm sure you know, but if any of you fans out there don't know, they are the Canada's supporters group. And I'll say this. So during the Honduras games, you saw a lot of Honduran flags. You didn't see very many Canadian flags, and I noticed that. And apparently the Voyageurs noticed that too, because they came in with like 100 flags in their section, flying them around, and they just kept the building energized all night. Massive credit to them. They were just fantastic. Back to you, Steve.
Absolutely. The Voyagers, I tell you what, they're the granddaddies, along with like your youth sectors as well, but they're the granddaddies of Canadian soccer history as far as the fans go. And then closer in time, you've got the contingent from the TFC, Toronto FC, in the area as well. But yeah, Voyagers, they've been there from the beginning. I've had my connections with the Voyagers for going on close to 2 decades in various forms, from talking to the guys, being around the guys, basically promoting the guys now. And yeah, you got to wave your hat and say, hey, big success on the night. Your noise, and if it were not for the Voyagers and the groups that I mentioned, your youth sector and the TFC fans, Toronto FC, if it wasn't for those guys, it would have been a partisan crowd. And if Canada had gone 2-0 up and El Salvador had the vocal support, El Salvador may have got back in the game. So your 12th man tonight played an important part. But talking to this, I'm voting Tejon Buchanan as player of the game. I know Jonathan David got a goal and an assist, but Buchanan got kicked all over the park, earned himself a goal, didn't cry, and he got in the box like we said he should. My man of the match, Tejon Buchanan. Back to you, Mark.
Could not agree more. He was just everywhere tonight, just making runs, asking questions of the El Salvador defense the whole time. This was a big hole, losing Alphonso Davies, and we needed someone to step up and take that mantle. And Tejon stepped up. It's as simple as that. He and Tiba, and even Jonathan David for that matter, just played the games of their lives, but Tejon more so than anyone. Back to you, Steve.
Absolutely. One of the guys, actually, we took some texts and emails during the day, and one of the points that I made earlier that, yes, Alfonso's not going to play, but we're going to have to have somebody step up. And when a big player isn't there, someone always steps up. And we've been looking for Buchanan to make that place his available spot to step up. Tonight, he made it his. I mean, he played out of his skin. And let's face it, he's still very young in this game, but he plays like a veteran.
Oh, for sure. You can tell, like, he was, again, the best player on the field tonight. And there was no one in El Salvador who was even anywhere near the quality of him. There was no defense that could guard him. Like, he was just constantly causing so much havoc among the back line of the El Salvadorians. And he's 22. David's, 21. Davies is 21. the future is just so bright for the Canadian men's national team. I cannot wait for Qatar. I cannot wait for USA, Canada, Mexico in 2026 to see what these guys have got when they're in their prime, you know?
The scenes inside the stadium from afar, it looked like a fantastic atmosphere in there. It certainly heard itself as a great atmosphere. On the whole of it, though, we were talking earlier about the 5 points that Canada could get, that we were respectful to El Salvador. Well, from the visions that I was getting, it seemed that El Salvador were kicking Canada off the park. What's your take?
Like the 5 points obviously are great. I honestly, this El Salvador's team, I just don't think they have a chance in this qualifier. I think they'd be, especially with Panama playing so well early on, I think they'd be lucky to finish out of the bottom two spots here. But you can tell that they're a team that's a bit on the downswing here. Yeah, I don't, honestly, I don't know a ton about the El Salvador team, other than they played very poorly tonight. We'll have to see what they have when we're playing down in San Salvador when that time comes. Back to you, Steve.
And to finish off, how was the experience for you? How did you enjoy tonight's match?
One of the funnest nights I've ever had. I was cheering, I was screaming. I don't know what my throat's going to be like tomorrow. I hope I can speak. But it was fantastic. It was a fun game. Like, Canada scored first, which was always going to lead to a good game. You knew it was going to be a bad game if El Salvador scored first, because they tried to CONCACAF it. But instead, Canada scored first, and they scored second, and nothing warms my heart more than watching a Central American team get CONCACAF by a North American team, because it drives me crazy when it happens the other way around, you know?
Oh, absolutely. There you heard it, everybody. Marc Cavalho in Toronto, live from BMO Field. He gave you it as he saw. You got more information now than you ever had before. Mark, thank you very much for that dispatch to the ultimatesoccershow.com. Have a great night. Big thanks.